Okay, thank you very much, my friend. You too. All right, everyone. Well, we got you set for the big game day, and now we're going to give you some professional advice, too, when it comes to really updating your home and your living space. California's largest three-day show of its kind returns to Cal Expo this week, and, of course, I'm talking about the Home and Landscape Expo. It is a gardener's paradise in a landscape showcase with stunning gardens. We're going to show you some of that actually right now. So you're seeing some of the landscape work created by some of the very talented people you can actually catch at the show. So whether you're planning to build, remodel, or simply redecorate, the Home and Landscape Expo promises to bring you the largest gathering of professionals to help you with your home projects. In fact, we have Roberta Walker of Roberta Walker Landscape Design. She's joining us today, and she's going to be at the show. And Roberta, my friend, you have been a landscape artist for quite some time.
Yes.
Yeah, and what makes you unique compared to others?
Well, there are a few things. My mother would say all kinds of things.
Yeah,
But anyway. So my background is in art, and that segue from art to the landscape. A landscape really has to do with art, and you can tell when a landscape's just put in with grass and shrubs, and then you can tell when it's artistically placed, and there's a flow to it. Also, I've been known for creating drought-tolerant gardens and sustainable gardens. Here in Sacramento in Northern California, we have the perfect weather to have beautiful gardens that require little water. So the combination of artistic gardens, sustainable, and makes for a beautiful landscape where you don't have to mow and take care of every little thing.
So you put a lot of thought into the landscape that you're doing, not only from like a manageable and sustainable angle that you're talking about, but your background as a graphic artist and as a painter clearly plays a role in how you're viewing that landscape.
Right. Well, I always think it's a co-creation between three. So first I have to listen to the clients. What do you want? How do you live in your yard? What do you want to do in your yard? Do you want to cook? Do you want to grow vegetables? Do you just want to have a meditation garden? And when I really hear what they want, then I have to look at the space. That's the other party. And that space is, you're looking at one little space there, of what can fit, what can be. So I use to have large landscapes. Now that picture you're seeing, that's a 301 square foot tiny house I built in my backyard. So this picture right here is my backyard. So let's say you, in the last Home magazine, they did an article on tiny houses. So let's say in your backyard you want to have a little Airbnb. That's what I built. And I had the space, and there it is. There I am with my 301 square foot. And so I really want to find out what you want to do in your yard and then create it and what your yard can contain. Is it totally hot? Is it totally shady? And then work with it. Do you have children? Do you have dogs? So it all gets built around the lifestyle of the client and the climate.
I love that because considering what you have to work with in that space and what the reality is of that space, plus, like you're saying, the functionality. You know, I would love to have a meditative garden, and if you ask me, would you like that? I'd be like, yes, I would, but I have 2 children. So I'm not sure how meditative that garden really is going to be with the 2 kids, and it needs to be something that would be functional for them as well, right?
Well, that's interesting because when I'm at the show, I speak on Saturday and Sunday, and my topic is creating an outdoor living room. So your yard doesn't have to be one whole yard for everybody. Your room could be the meditation room. And it doesn't mean we're doing rooms with borders, but we're creating borders in a path that leads you there with maybe a water feature and some tall, beautiful plants and a nice pillow where you could just sit or a nice chair that you could relax. Then there's another path that takes the children to their playhouse, a sandbox, a garden. So landscapes can have rooms, and we have the climate where we could live outside 9-10 months out of the year now.
Yes, we're very blessed. Yeah.
So the square footage of your house is not just your house; it's your whole property. So that's how it would work. If you wanted a meditation garden with kids out, you don't have to put up a sign saying, you know,
like,
this is my fort.
Yes, yeah, my fort. Stay out, children. But I love that. Okay, so it's all about everything kind of fitting in a full picture. However, being able to be customized to possibly every individual need in your family, whoever's going to utilize that space.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to be at Cal Expo, and you already mentioned that you're going to be doing these talks. But what else are you doing out there?
Well, I have a demonstration garden, and so I love to create gardens. But creating a garden on a concrete floor is another challenge. So I am one of a few that's doing a demonstration garden 50 feet by 20 feet. And it's a great example of how, if you have a landscape, let's say, that's 50 feet by 20 feet, how you can create a whole outdoor living room for having your outdoor kitchen, having a water feature, having pathways, plantings, and also a pergola, which is an overhang, a space that you can get away from the sun, have shade. You can have outdoor television in there. You can have fireplace. So that's what my garden at the show shows. And then again, my speaking on Saturday at noon and Sunday at 2, it's all before and after. People love before and after. So you could really see a landscape that, people say, oh gosh, that's what mine looks like. And then you see the next one, it's like, oh, that could happen. So it's exciting because there's the transformation. And I also speak about how the transformation's done and also what it costs.
So a lot to learn from you, my friend, and a lot of possibility for some great living space for our viewers. Okay, so if you would love to see Lori in action, all you have to do is go to NorCalHomeAndLandscapeExpo.com to get the information. And go to one of her talks and enjoy. Oh, excuse me, I said Lori.
That's okay.
It's
I'm Roberta.
not Lori. It's Roberta. Roberta Walker. I apologize, Roberta. We had you on the show plenty of times too. Anything nice. Just don't call you late for dinner, right?
Don't call me late for dinner.
Okay, everyone. So Roberta Walker, make sure you check her out. Northern Home and Landscape Expo. Get your tickets, and it's on through Sunday. You're there all the way through Sunday.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Roberta.
you.
Okay, everyone, stick around because coming up, all of your favorite country stars are going to be in concert. It's the 2019 Country Mega Ticket, and yes, we have your tickets for free. Plus, we are still prepping you for the big game day that's happening next Sunday. We have some more professional advice from more NFL players. Next on Sac&Co.
This segment was paid for by NorCal Home and Landscape Expo.